On September 16, 1810, a Catholic priest, Miguel Hidalgo, started the Mexican War of Independence. The issue of his Grito de Dolores demanded for the end of the 300-year Spanish domination, as well as the redistribution of land and racial equality. Hidalgo himself was executed, and it was until 1821 when the Mexicans gained independence under a constitutional monarchy. Mexico refused to pay for their debt, which led to the French blocking Veracruz and Tampico. In 1838, Veracruz was bombarded. A convention was signed and the French backed down, which resulted in the Mexican president declaring war on France later that year in 1838. The Mexicans took back Veracruz and finally led to a peace treaty that was signed on November 10, 1839. The peace treaty established that Mexico had to pay for reparations instead of war indemnity.
Napoleon III appointed Maximilian to watch French interests in Mexico. As he was seeking to dominate Mexican markets, Emperor Maximilian sent troops to Mexico to protect their interests in the struggle between liberal and conservative Mexican factions. Once order was restored, Napoleon III became Emperor of France and Emperor Maximilian was executed. In the 2017 Mexico earthquake, thousands of homes in Mexico City were severely damaged, with at least 63 dead after an earthquake of a 7.1 magnitude. This quake occurred near the Middle American Trench, a zone where two plates were undergoing subduction. 450 miles away, Chichipas officials reported more than 400 houses have been destroyed and 1,700 more were greatly damaged in Oaxaca.
President Trump has ideas on raising taxes to extend and enforce the already built-in wall that keeps Americans in and foreigners out. Many protests resulted in the new border wall. Protests were as costly as spending $10,000 on microphones, which led to sheriffs policing the area and made out to be $1.5 million in salaries. The presidential debate in Mexico covered the problems regarding the drug violence and crime. López Obrador, the front-runner, vowed to include every Mexican citizen to solve the problem, reviving his 2006 slogan, "For the good of all, the poor comes first." Criticisms from other candidates, however, put Obrador on the other side of criminals, as anti-crime and law enforcement were failures.
Que tienen las flores, las flores del Campo Santo, que cuando las mueve el viento llorona, parece que están llorando, que cuando las mueve el viento llorona, parece que están llorando.
I really admire Mexico's beautiful malagueñas and guitars because they produce very harmonious melodies. I also really enjoy the vibrant, bright colors that are used in paintings. I really want to go visit Cabo and go sightseeing. Overall, this project has taught me so much about Mexico culturally.
The most significant thing I learned about Mexico is that it was founded by the influence of independence, and I admire their colorful streets and arts. People should know that Mexico is the home to many drug violence, so they should be careful when visiting the country. One place they should visit is Mexico City, because that is where most of the interesting part of history happened.
Studying Mexico has primarily embraced me more in depth to the culture, art, food, dance, and beautiful music. It's also what I admire about the most due to its mix of culture of native Spanish and many other pre-Hispanic cultures. Therefore, the city I recommend to everyone to visit is Cabo San Lucas, which is full of vibrant colors and exciting sights.